Maharashtra Chief Minister and Shiva Sena President Uddhav Thackeray on June 22nd offered to bow out of office if any of the disgruntled Shiva Sena MLAs asked him to do so. In a Facebook address, Thackeray offered to step down as Shiva Sena chief if any party MLA came forward and asked him to quit from the post. He also appeared to be against the notion of joining hands with the BJP to save his government. Thackeray appeared on social media to clarify his plans for his government's future. Sena leader and Minister for Urban Development Eknath Shinde, who is spearheading the revolt against Thackeray, has claimed that he has the support of 36 party MLAs and 9 independents to form a separate group. If Shinde can prove the numbers, he would be able to claim that his group is the original Shiva Sena legislative party. The Shiva Sena has 55 MLAs in the 288-member Maharashtra Assembly. In an emotional Facebook address the other day, Thackeray said, "I am willing to step down. At least one of my people, the disgruntled MLAs, should come forward and tell me that they don't want me as their leader." He announced that he would leave the Chief Minister's official residence at Mumbai's Malabar Hills and shift to his private residence in Bandra with immediate effect. Thackeray underscored that he became Chief Minister of the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi or MVA government at the behest of Nationalist Congress Party or NCP Chief Sharad Pawar, though he had no previous experience of governance. He also added that Pawar and Congress Chief Sonia Gandhi maintained cordial relations with him. With his emotional address on social media, Thackeray sought to put the ball in Shinde's court. He offered Shinde the CM's post on condition that he should be willing to work with MBA constituents, Congress and NCP instead of the BJP, which he thinks is Shiva Sena's natural ally. However, Shinde tweeted to express his disapproval over Thackeray's offer. He said the MVA benefited only the Congress and the NCP, and it was the Shiva Sena and the Shiva Sainiks who suffered in the alliance. The time has come out to get out of the unnatural alliance, he stated. Hours before Thackeray's address, Shinde had released a letter written to the Deputy Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly in which he targeted the Congress and the NCP. "We had a pre-poll alliance with the BJP, but we formed a post-election alliance with the Congress and NCP, who are on the opposite pole ideologically. We are facing pressure from Shiva Sena workers and voters for this deed. There has been great dissatisfaction among members of our party because of charges of corruption against the government, in which we are a constituent," Shinde's letter stated. Shinde, who is camping in Guwahati with his loyalist MLAs, has two options. One is to take a U-turn and accept Thackeray's offer to lead the MVA government as the chief minister. If he does so, it will be a win-win situation for both leaders. Meanwhile, the Congress and NCP have not taken a stand yet on whether they should accept Shinde as chief minister or not. There is also no clarity on the future of Shinde's loyalist MLAs. Whether all of them can be accommodated in the cabinet is a big question. The second option is Shinde can go with the BJP. If the BJP forms a government in Maharashtra, he can accept the Deputy CM's post. In that case, Thackeray can play the victim card, saying that he was backstabbed by his own people. There is another possibility for BJP. In order to deflect criticism from Thackeray, Congress and NCP, and to avoid a backlash from angry Sena workers, the BJP can let Shinde be the chief minister and support his government from outside. According to sources, the rebel MLAs say the group is worried about the BJP's reaction in case Shinde decides to patch up with Thackeray. Many of these MLAs are facing investigation by the Enforcement Directorate and the Income Tax Department. If the attempt to pull down the government fails because of the group developing cold feet, the BJP may take a revengeful stand in the future, claims the source. Incidentally, Eknath Shinde, camping in Guwahati with around 41 rebel MLAs, tweeted a stinging letter by a legislator accusing the Maharashtra Chief Minister of shutting his doors to them and keeping them waiting for hours. We were denied entry to the Chief Minister's house for 2.5 years, wrote Sanjay Shirsat, one of the MLAs in Guwahati with the rebels. By the way, Shiva Sena leader Sanjay Raut said at least half of the rebel leaders were in touch with Thackeray loyalists to come back.